Okay, so why are well? Let me say it like this. Yesterday I was on a live stream and I told a group of people, mostly women, black women, that the winter is coming. But I misspoke. Winter's not coming. Winter is here. The winter is here, and that you don't see it because they've dressed it up to look like summer. They're still following the four major seasons to make it look like the seasons are changing and things are going the way they're supposed to go. But they're not. They're not. I was on a live stream where we were supposed to be talking about young Pharaoh, but at every turn, these people would not let me make a complete sentence or make a complete thought. They would not allow it to happen. Most of them, I can't say all of them, but most of them would not. The ones that were getting pretty close to the mic, they were just, I mean, I was talking in a straight line, and they telling me I'm talking in circles. I'm not answering the questions. And I'm like, man, what's going on here? I was in the twilight zone. But it taught me, don't do that no more. I won't be jumping on live streams like that anymore because I see now it's just a place for them to vent about picking the wrong type of guy. And so I just picking the wrong guys in their lives. And the unfortunate part was they had some young sisters on there, man, and the young sisters are learning from the older sisters how to be hags and bags. And it was sad, man. It was sad. I wish I could have saved the young sisters, but only thing I introduced to them was some logic. Hopefully they can take that. One day they'll look at the people that they're getting advice from and say, why am I listening to this person? They got nothing. They're unhappy. They're by themselves. Why am I listening to this person? They're telling you to divest. Divest into what? Divest into what? When I told you that the winter is coming, I mean the winter is here, not coming. It's here. I told them. They said, I told them we're gonna need each other, black people. We are going to need each other. They told me, hey, black people ain't gonna need each other. Black women ain't gonna need black men. Rather, that's basically what they're saying. Black women are not going to need black men. So I said to them, of course we are. Mathematically, we're going to need each other. They said no. And it occurred to me that they believe that, like the Roman Empire and the Egyptian Empire, that this thing is so powerful, the way it's set up, it could never fall down. They don't believe that the American society could crumble, under the right amount of weight. And I'm not encouraging that, of course, but I'm saying that it's possible. Just like people prepare and they have bunkers in their houses and stuff. It's not like they want something bad to happen, but you're preparing for it because it's possible. It's possible. And that's what I was telling them. It's not possible that things are going to get bad. Things are bad. But because they keep telling you, oh, this is summertime. Oh, this is wintertime. Oh, this is springtime. You keep thinking things are changing, always changing. So if you would never have the time to focus on how serious the situation is, you, me, and black people, we never have a time to actually sit down and focus on how serious the situation is. Well, I'm going to even say white people, any people. You don't have time to focus because your government is not allowing you to see the reality of the situation, which is resources. Every day, resources are being tucked away, and they're being pushed away. And certain groups are getting the control over more and more of the resources of the masses. And the people are going to not have as much resources. So there's going to be an uproar when the people are starving in the streets. That's what happened to Cuba. That's what happened to Russia. That's what happened in Germany. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen when the people are starving in the streets. That's when you have revolution. And revolution is coming. Revolution is coming. But you think that the American government cannot be toppled. It can be. Just like they thought that the Roman government could not be toppled. It was the most advanced government, right? They said the Roman Empire was so great the sun wouldn't set on it, right? But just a couple of rebels in the bunch, and some undisciplined people destroyed that thing. Same thing with the Egyptians, and same thing with the Mayans. Same thing with every great civilization. All you need is a few people to create revolution, and we have the people don't see, but see, in all those situations, the people was living in that. It wasn't dressed up like in America. It's dressed up. They tell you they have a line, and they say, oh, you're above the poverty line. So that's a very subtle psychological way of saying you're not doing bad. So the people don't panic. But in reality, most of us are not living financially the way we would like to. And a lot of us are not able to get food. But there's lots of food in America, but you're not able to buy it because it has a price on it. And if you don't make enough money, you can't get the food. It is what it is. You can't get the right health care because you don't have the money. So money makes a difference in America. But anyway, we were talking about the winter. Winter is here. It's just being dressed up. They're telling you now it's summer. But it's the same winter as it was when it was in the spring. And it's the same winter in the fall. And it's the same winter in winter. They just let you get a peek of it in wintertime. But then they tell you, oh, things are better now because it's the summer, it's the spring. Now it's becoming unavoidable with this COVID situation. It's becoming unavoidable. They can't hide it like they used to, because they used to hide it by saying, oh, this fruit is in season now, so this is, but they can't hide it no more. With this coronavirus, they can't hide it. Stuff is out of control, and there's nothing that they can do to hide it from the people. The question is, how are we going to need each other? You're going to have to submit to a discipline of a tribe, because at a certain point, they said, women will say, well, we don't need no men. Really? Really? Okay, we'll see what you need when your children are starving, when your children are crying because they're hungry, and you're doing like the people in Poland when the Germans came in and took all of their resources. They took the horses, they took the hay, they took everything. The Germans came in and took everything. Left the Polish people with nothing but themselves. It got so bad, Polish mothers with multiple children was trying to, they would have to cook the baby. They would have to kill and cook the baby to feed the other children. Yeah. See, you don't know nothing. See, black women, you don't know nothing about how bad it could really get. You don't know. It's gotten bad. I'm not going to tell you you don't know how it could get bad. But it's a lot of stuff you haven't seen, because God been blessing you and try to help you get through it. But if you don't understand and recognize that we're going to need each other, black men and black women, we're going to need each other. And then ultimately, anybody who wants to do good, we're going to need each other. We're going to need each other. See, women keep telling each other, oh, I don't need no man. Okay, wait till this thing breaks down. Wait till this thing breaks down, and now you're going to need somebody to protect you and your children. Wait till this thing breaks down. Wait till it breaks down. Then what? Then what? See, it can break down just like that in a blink of an eye, right? Germans broke it down for the Polish just like that. They broke it down for the Jewish just like that. Jewish people had businesses, they had homes, they had money, they had bank accounts, they had all of this stuff. In an instant, boom, the Germans just took all of it from them. The Nazi Germans, I should say. Not all Germans, but the Nazi Germans. And the Germans that wasn't down with the Nazis wasn't powerful enough to make a difference anyway. But they took it away from the Jews. They had everything. Boom, took it just from that. And then the Jews went over to Palestine. Boom, did the same thing the Germans did to them to the Palestinians. Boom, took their land, took their money, took their possessions, boom, just like that. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. In Cuba, they took the rich people, the mob, they took all their casinos, boom, just like that. Blink of an eye, bam. You need to thank, you like going to Las Vegas? You need to thank Fidel Castro for Las Vegas. He's the one that put that in motion. Because he kicked them out of Havana, Cuba. They had to go someplace else. They decided to go to Las Vegas. The mob, to set up those casinos. Because all those casinos were in Havana, Cuba. We just talking truth. So I'm telling the people, hey man, whatever you believe, don't fall for the whole we don't need each other game. I was trying to express that to these people yesterday, and they wasn't able to handle it. We need each other. Men and women, we need each other. Women, you're going to need the men for the protection and the provisions. And the men, we're going to need you to soften us up so that we're not so hard. We're going to kill each other. We're going to need each other. We can live it as a community. We're going to need each other. And if you don't think that the winter is here, you better look around. The last great battle is going to be over water. Like Minister Farrakhan said, it's going to be over water. And if you can't acquire, protect, and distribute the water properly, you're going to have anarchy. And you're going to die anyway. You're going to have discipline to be able to do this stuff. And you're going to need men to do that. Can you imagine a group of women fighting off men looking for water? It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Yeah, maybe there's 1% of women that can actually handle a man. But they so far few between. I mean, it's just, the bottom line, let me just tell you the bottom line. The bottom line is these two forces. Survival, reproduction. Men bring survival to the table. Women bring reproduction to the table. If a woman wants to move or do something within the community, that's all when it breaks down to that part, that's all she's bringing is reproduction. You're not sending a woman out to go hunt. You're not sending a woman out to go get water. You're not sending a woman out to maybe not even cook. If you look at the Big Brother and those where they drop them off on the island, the women most of the time be half dead. When it's just, they have to put them in groups, some men, some women. They can't put them just all men and then against all women. The women starve to death. We just talking truth, man. We just talking truth. That's all I'm talking, truth. So we need each other. We need each other. Because when you introduce women, when you give each man a mate, that's gonna calm him down. He's got something to live for. He don't have to go head to head with every man that he comes in contact with. And the women also get the protection for themselves and their children. But I heard them text, they said, oh, women, we don't need no men. You think this society can't fall? It's so strong, it can't fall, right? I did Revelations 13 the other day, where the people said, who can make war with the beast? Who could stop America? America is a freight train. Who could stop it? You never know when that blow is coming. They asked Jesus, hey, when is the Son of Man coming? He said, only the Son of Man knows that hour. Only my Father knows that hour. Right? Only my Father knows that hour. You trying to get ahead of the game so you can see when you want to stop playing just in time, but you ain't gonna be able to do that. I'm paraphrasing what he told you. You ain't gonna be able to do that, or you want to get in line. Oh, now I'm with you, black man. Now I'm with the black men. Same thing with you, black man. Oh, black women, they ain't about nothing. They ain't about nothing. Oh, okay. Until you're gonna watch your other tribes being able to procreate, and you can't, and they start that desire in you, and you can't, and there's nobody there. You just sitting around a bunch of guys, a bunch of hard legs. See, we're gonna need each other. We're gonna need each other. So we better get used to the fact that we need to sit down and start talking about these issues so we can come together, so we can start slowly coming together. We can stop the game plan, look at the people that's actually promoting us being in all of this strife, and we can stop involving ourselves in that and come together. Even if we have to walk away from a whole industry, the whole music industry, we have to just walk away from it. I know it's easy for me to say because I ain't getting no big checks from the music industry. I don't have 20, 30 people on my payroll that are dependent on me. I know it's easy for me to say, but I'm just telling the reality. What is 20, 30 people to 20, 30 million people? What is the sacrifice of 20, 30 people to 20 or 30 million people? Right? Like Dr. Collins used to say, 30 million pairs of hands, and you can't even make your own toilet paper. 30 million pairs of hands, and you want to have your own factory. It's time to stop. But anyway, man, this was just me trying to put it out there that the winter is here. It's not coming. It's here. It's being dressed up. They putting out there. They making it look like it's regular. It's regular. And it's not. You in a movie. This is not real. What you do, what they dressing it up. They telling you, oh, it's this month. It's this date. It's this month. It's this time. And they're telling you so that you could think that it's different than the day before it. And to keep you not focused on the resources. Keep you not focused. So you don't have to focus on resources. You could just focus on voting, not resources. And that's where you're getting stuck at. But, hey, I'm already at 18 minutes. You guys tell me what you think. Am I off? Is winter not here? Is winter coming? Or is it's obvious that winter is here based on the people's behavior, based on the situation with the coronavirus, and based on the poke? Is winter here? I'm going to go into Revelations again later. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Oh, and never be the aggressor. Never be the aggressor.